Welcome to the Southampton Boat Show. I'm Frances Howarth and this is my husband Michael Howarth.
We're here to look at boats, and we've been doing that most of our lives. We've been sailing our own boat in the Caribbean, we've been chartering, we've been crew on super yachts and the really big large yachts, and now we write about them in magazines and talk about them on television.
We're here to see all the things there are, both the boats on the water and the equipment.
There's plenty to see and plenty to do here at Southampton. We've got big boats, we've got Princess, we've got Sunseeker, we've got Oyster, which is a beautiful sailing yacht, we've got a Rustler 37, we've got motorboats, we've got sailing boats, we've got fun for everyone. So, come on with us. So we're here at the Southampton Boat Show to meet one very special lady. It's Natasha Lambert. And you have a condition, Natasha, which limits your abilities. Tell us a little more.
Natasha's 17 and do you want to say?
Sailed.
She sailed from the Isle of Wight in the south coast of England to Wales, which is about 500 miles.
For any 17-year-old, that would be an amazing feat. But for you, it's extra special. Now, how have you been able to do that?
Are you going to say? By my special boat, yeah. Natasha has a boat that's adapted so she can sail by mouth, and she sails by a single straw, don't you? Single straw in Natasha's mouth, and she sips to starboard, puffs to port, and then she can alter the sails by doing the same again, or by the single straw. There's just a different mode changes, and she uses her tongue to change the mode.
There's a photosail within the helmet that Natasha wears, and when she puts her tongue across the photosail, it will change the mode of the straw. So if she's on helm, it will change it to sheep mode, in which case if she sips it hauls the sails in, and if she blows, it lets the sails out. And then if she wants to return to the helm, she puts her tongue across the photosail again, and that changes the mode back again. Natasha wanted to sail. So we live in Cowes on the Isle of Wight, and we had naively assumed that we would be able to go down to the local marina and get some equipment and get Natasha sailing. However, it doesn't exist. The equipment that Natasha needs has to be specially designed, developed for her. So we set off on the path of doing that. So now Tash has pretty much the control of the whole boat. The system still needs improving. It's a prototype, but it's just survived the 500 mil trip to Wales, and we look forward to the next ones. Natasha wears a motorcycle helmet, inside which, if I can point to it, there is a white T-piece. There's normally a small piece of tubing attached to that, which goes into Natasha's mouth. The other end of that attaches to this tube over here. When Natasha blows down the tube, she'll go to port, so it's a case of when she wants to go to starboard, she'll sip on the tube. So that's the helm control for Natasha. When she needs to alter the sheets, there's an LED flashing a sequence into a photocell in the helmet as well. What she will do, she'll use her tongue to cover the photocell, and what that does is twofold. One, it switches on the autopilot, so the course is held, but also it changes the mode of the straw, which is in her mouth, so she's then on sheep mode. So when she blows, then she'll be able to operate the winches. So if she blows, she lets the sheets out, and if she sucks, she hauls the winches in. When she's happy with the sheet mode, she puts her tongue back over the photocell and she's then back on the helm. And that's the basis of the control of the boat that we have at the moment.
For anybody sailing, safety's an issue.
Absolutely.
For somebody with a condition like Natasha's, it's even more of an issue for you as a parent.
Absolutely.
How have you coped with that?
Okay, we do take safety extremely seriously. Obviously, as you point out, it's our daughter who's sailing, so we are really on safety issues. We always have a safety rib following Natasha. On the safety rib, there will be a diver on the boat who always carries diving equipment. So should the need arise, we can put a diver on board missile at any point. On top of that, what we have is an automatic inflation system fitted to the boat. So should the worst case happen, either we have a major hole in the boat or we lose the keel and the boat inverts, then we have an inflation system which we have two bags on the stern of the boat which will inflate. We've also got another 2 bags below that, so we've got 4 ton of lift at the back, and we've also got another 2 bags at the front, so we have another 2 ton of lift at the front. So we've got 6 tons of lift on this boat. So should the worst case happen, then this boat will float.
So how long have you been sailing, Natasha?
About 9 years. I think that was probably the first time you ever went on the boat, but I think you've actually been sailing the boat yourself by mouth probably about 4 years.
Does Natasha have somebody else on board when she's sailing?
Yes, she does have somebody else on board. The function of the other person, which is usually a sailing coach, is to give Natasha some food and drink, which is essential during the passages that she's done. Also, he has to use the radio because Natasha's verbal communication isn't good enough for radio comms. So he has a dual function, and for safety's sake, he's on board as well. But Natasha controls the boat herself.
Now, I know that Natasha did more than just sailing. What was the other thing she did? Maybe her mother can ask.
Yeah, Natasha has always wanted to climb a mountain. So when she got to Wales this summer, she then set about climbing a mountain. And she did that using a very special walking frame called a heart walker. And Natasha climbed to the top of a mountain called Penny Van, which is the highest mountain in southern Britain. And it's 2,900 feet. It took Natasha just under 4 hours to reach the summit. And it was quite hard for you, wasn't it, sweetheart?
I don't suppose, as a mother, you were terribly thrilled at her going mountain climbing. I know my son does it, and I don't like it much at all.
It was quite a challenge, yeah. We had to do quite a bit of practice leading up to it, but Natasha, you did really well, didn't you, darling? You did amazing. Her face, when she reached the summit, she was just so thrilled to be on the top. All the way up, you wouldn't look back, would you? You wouldn't look down. You wouldn't look down until you got to the summit, and it was quite incredible.
Am I correct that your favourite colour is pink?
What a good guess.
3, 2, 1, go! Yay!
It's been a great day at the show, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot, but there's more to see, and I think we're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Oh, that would be great. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot I want to see.
We've enjoyed ourselves immensely, and we'll come back and bring you more. Until then, it's good night from me.
And good night from me.